it's Teacher Joy. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Teacher Joy Rin Online Review. So, kung bago ka pa lang sa ating YouTube channel, just make sure that you already subscribe or updated kayo sa mga padreels natin dito. Of course, sa ating papalapit na final coaching. Alright, so for now, we're gonna check our 5 items assignment and professional education. So, handa na ba ang lahat? Alright, so let's start with number 71. Question. Who among the following believe that the mind is a blank slate or tabula rasa at birth? Letter A, John Locke. B, Plato. C, Rousseau. D, Aristotle. Alright, sino yung naniniwala, no, na ang isang tao daw ay tabula rasa or blank slate, meaning wala pa siyang masyadong experiences, nalalaman, lessons, no? Alright, sino? Yes, you all get the correct answer. Letter B po. Sorry. It's letter A. Letter B tuloy. It's letter A, si John Locke. Okay, so John Locke proposed the idea of tabula rasa, meaning the human mind starts as a blank slate at birth and everything we know comes from experience, observation, and learning. So, yun lang, simple as that. Naniniwala siya na nung pinanganak tayo ay wala pa tayong idea dito sa mundong ito. So, nagkakaroon lang tayo ng idea or lesson, no, sa pamamagitan ng ating experiences, ng ating observation, and learning. Ayun. So, John Locke ang ating tamang sagot. Okay, so what about Plato? Plato believed knowledge is innate naman. So, naniniwala siya na ang ating talino ay innate na. So, yun, we born with ideas naman sa kanya. Learning is recalling what the soul already knows. So, parang kabaliktaran siya ni John Locke, no? Kung si John Locke ay blank slate, blanco pa yung utak natin. Sa kanya naman, meron na daw innate na knowledge nung pinanganak pa lang tayo. Yan. So, what about Rousseau? Rousseau naman viewed human nature as naturally good at birth, not a blank slate to be written on. So, more on behavior si Rousseau. Naniniwala siya, no, na ang isang tao daw ay mabuti, mabait nung siya ay ipinanganak. Ayan. Kasi yung sa John tsaka Plato is more on mind. Okay, now punta natin si Aristotle. Said knowledge comes from the senses. For Aristotle naman, senses yung sa kanya. Of course, all your senses, no, yun. So, ang ating tamang sagot dito ay si John Locke. Letter A. Okay, now let's move on. Number 72. Question number 72. Which law professionalize the teaching profession in the Philippines? Ito very ano na itong question na to. What do you call this? Familiar na sa lahat. Is it letter A, RA 4670, B, RA 7836, C, RA 9155, or letter D, RA 10533. Ayan. Teaching profession. Anong batas? Okay, yes, correct po. Letter B, RA 7836. So, yun. So, RA 7836, the Philippine Teachers Professionalization Act of 1994, no? Is the law what professionalized the teaching profession. It establishes the licensure examinations for teachers or the LET and required all teachers to be licensed and registered with the Professional Regulation Commission. So, 7836, ito yung ating basis sa ating LET. And of course, para tawagin tayong professional teacher at registered tayo sa PRC. Okay. So, what about verse 670? The Magna Carta for Public School Teachers. Ang Magna Carta ay para lamang sa mga publikong guro. Okay? Ano ba yung Magna Carta? It covers your rights, your benefits, and the working conditions as a teacher. Okay? 9155 naman, ito yung Governance of Basic Education Act. It recognized or reorganized by the DepEd and define rules, authority. Yan. Of course, the 10533, you're gonna add all the numbers. 1 plus 5, 6 plus 3, 9 plus 3, it's 12. So this is the K to 12 law. No? It's the K to 12 law. Ganun lang kasimple. Okay? Yun, nakuha? Very good. So let's go with our number 73 na tanong. What is the most appropriate assessment to use when the teacher wants to know the learner's performance at the end of the unit or period? So, gustong malaman ni teacher, no, kung ano yung dapat na assessment na gagamitin niya at the end of the unit or period. So, tapos na yung kanyang lesson. Tapos na yung discussion niya. Ano yung gagamitin niya? Is it letter A, diagnostic, B, formative, C, summative, or letter D, placement? Ang ating clue dyan, at the end of the unit or a period. Okay, so kasi lahat ng to ay assessment. So, yung apat na choices natin or options natin ay may iba't ibang role. So, ginagawa yan depende sa period of time. And ang ating tamang sagot dito at the end of the unit or period, it's summative. Letter C ang ating tamang sagot. So, summative assessment, guys, is given at the end of a unit, chapter, quarter, or school year. Tandaan na natin ang summative test, your summative exam ay nangyayari, binibigay ni teacher at the end of the unit, pagkatapos ng lesson nyo, ng chapter, ng quarter, or even ang school year. So, the purpose is to sum up and measure what the learners have learned and assign a final grade or rating. So, ito yung pinaka-final na exam ni teacher. At dyan na, no, magre-rate na si teacher, magbibigay na siya ng final grade or final rating kung based on how you learned the lesson. Basta binibigay siya at the end, the summative. The diagnostic exam is given before the teaching starts. So, bago pa man magsimula si teacher ng kanyang lesson, ang diagnostic ay binibigay. Ang diagnostic exam ay exam to find out what learners already know and kung ano pa yung dapat nilang matutunan. So, it measures the strengths and the weaknesses of the student. Ayan. So, formative test given during the teaching process, of course, to check the progress and adjust instruction. Ayan, binibigay siya naman mismo sa time na nagle-lecture si teacher. Kaya, during teaching. But you know guys, the formative assessment is hindi lang yan during kasi it can also be given before the teaching. Yung diagnostic assessment guys ay na-fall yan sa formative. So yung diagnostic is part siya ng formative. Formative. Yan. Kasi yung diagnostic is nakafocus lang talaga siya sa strengths and weaknesses ng mga student. Example of your formative exam is the pre-test exam, mga ganon. Mga short quizzes lang. Ayan. So that's it. Formative. And of course, the placement. Ito naman is to assign the learners to the right class or level. So placement exam, usually, no, kapag ikaw ay mag-a-apply or mag-e-enroll sa isang school, you took the placement exam just to make sure, no, kung ano yung level mo, right class, no, na nararapat sa'yo. Placement exam. Yon. So, I hope na natutunan and I hope na clear na po sa inyo yan, teachers. No worries, if you have some questions, you may comment down below. Kung meron po kayong hindi natutunan at gusto nyo pa po na explain ko pa siya further. Okay? Now, let's move on. Number 74. Question number 74. A teacher respects the right of parents to be informed about the progress of the children. This follows which domain of the code of ethics? Okay. Domains of code of ethics. A, the teacher and the state. B, the teacher and the community. C, the teacher and parents. Letter D, the teacher and the profession. Okay, so according dito, no, ang teacher ay nirerespeto niya yung um, pagkaalam. Dapat, no, according dito, knowledgeable yung mga parents ng mga estudyante niya on what is the progress of their students or their children, ganon. So, dapat alam ng teacher, alam ng mga parents nila yung about sa grades ng kabataan nila. So, anong domain ng Code of Ethics dito? Siyempre, meron tayong teacher and the parents. And that is letter C. Yan, yung clue nyo na. Letter C, the teacher and the parents. Letter C. So, the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers has a specific section titled. So, research nyo po yun na yung mga domains of Code of Ethics. The teacher and the parents, which states that the teacher shall inform a parents promptly about their child's progress, share both strengths and weaknesses, and work together in the best interest of the learner. Kaya nga meron tayong mga pa-meeting, di ba, with the parents of our pupils, of our students, para dyan natin malalaman, no, na dapat maging transparent tayo sa mga parents ng ating mga estudyante. Ano tawag sa meeting na yun? Parang PTA meeting, di ba? Parent-teacher, ano ba yun? Association? Di ko alam yung A. So, parang ganun, PTA meeting. So, isa sa mga tinatakol during the PTA meeting is, of course, the grades of their children. Okay? Yun, the teacher and the parents. The teacher and the state naman, it covers duties to the government, the laws, and the national goals. Siyempre, state, diba? Ano ba yung mga goals ng ating government, ng ating national na pang goals, no? It's not about parents, okay? The teacher and the community, from the word community, syempre dito, covers na yung mga general public conduct, mga cultural values, and of course, the community cooperation. And of course, the teacher and the profession, it talks about the teacher tsaka yung profession niya. So, it covers professional standards, licensure, and dignity of the job. So, ayan lamang po. Letter C ang ating tamang sagot. And now, punta na tayo sa ating pinakahuling tanong, number 75. So, yon. I hope na perfect nyo ang ating assignment because these questions are very easy. Easy to analyze na, no? Okay, now let's move on. Number 75. Which learning principle states that learners learn best when they are ready physically, mentally, and emotionally? Ayan. So, kapag daw ready ang isang bata, physically, mentally, and emotionally, ay mas natututo siya or mas relatable siya sa lesson ni teacher. Is that letter A, what law ha? Letter A, law of effect. B, law of readiness. C, law of exercise. Or letter D, law of primacy. Ito, clue nyo ha, ready. Ready physically, mentally, and emotionally. Siyempre, dito tayo sa law of readiness. Letter B. Simple lang naman ito, guys. By the way, itong apat na to ay kay Edward Thorndike, no? Siya yung nag-propose ng mga laws niyan. And sinasabi niya na yung law of readiness states that the learners learn most effectively when they are physically, mentally, and emotionally prepared to learn. So, for example, no, especially yung mga bata, mga toddler or mga kindergarten pupils, sila yung mas mahirap kasi na i-catch yung attention nila. So, bilang teacher, you have to catch their attention first. Dapat makuha mo muna yung attention nila before you start your lesson. Kasi if you gonna start your lesson without catching their attention at iba yung iniisip nila, iba yung ginagawa nila, useless, wala silang matututo sa'yo. So, dito sa law of readiness, pinapakita na dapat mas natututo ang isang bata kapag ready sila na matuto. Ganun lang kadali. Okay? Siyempre, bilang teacher, you gotta make activities, no, na makakatch ng attention nila. Kaya alam mo yan. So, dito, law of effect naman, law of effect is parang sinasabi na may punishment tsaka may reward depende sa effect, no? So, learning is strengthened when followed by a pleasant or satisfying feeling, weakened naman by unpleasant one. So, ganun. Kapag ang isang bata, mas natututo siya kapag may reward, di ba? Parang motivated siya. At kapag wala, parang yun lang, di ba? And ganun. Law of effects. Yun yung atake niya. And law of exercise, ito naman po ay through practice and repetition. Pinaulit-ulit mo ang isang bagay para mas natutunan mo. Law of practice and repetition. Repetition, pinaulit-ulit mo para mas natututo. Yan. Law of primacy naman. So, primacy meaning kung ano yung first or yung nauna, mas ito yung mas naalala ng bata, no? Law of primacy. Kung ano yung nauna, ito yung mas naaalala niya. Kung ano yung nauna na tinuro. And ito yung opposite ng primacy is recency ata yun, recency. No, ito naman yung recency ay kung ano yung pinaka-last niya na natutunan kasi yung primacy is first, di ba? Dito naman sa recency is the last. Kung ano yung last niya natutunan, yun naman yung na-remembered niya or mahirap niyang kalimutan. So, ganun. So, yun. Tapos na po tayo. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I hope na may natutunan kayo sa professional education natin. Tip ko lang sa Prof Ed kasi super dali lang ng mga tanong. Especially kapag alam mo kung paano siya sagutan, alam mo yung foundation niya. Kapag, kahit na iba-ibahin pa yung mga tanong, basta alam mo, naintindihan mo, is makukuha mo pa rin yung answer, the best answer. So, yun lang. Maraming salamat. I hope na marami pa tayong matutunan dito sa Teacher Joylin Online Review. So, yes, malapit na yung exam, September na, and we're doing more final coaching after the CSE exam, no? Just give me more time. Okay? So, thank you so much. Please like this video and comment done or comment your score para alam natin. Thank you po. Yun lang. God bless everybody.